started the calf sale in Sixmilebridge 3 weeks ago. It was something after Christmas there. We just thought of the way the trade was travelling, that store cattle were fairly dear and people were kind of finding it hard to buy Waylands or yearling cattle. And decided to maybe rear a few calves and things like that. So we decided we'd give the facility to farmers locally to buy and sell calves. So we contacted Rory Doyle and he came on board, and the staff here in Everton has been great in fairness, and we've called out the farmers and chatted with them and talked them through and got them organised and see what they wanted. And biggest thing is weight, that the calves are being weighed beforehand, and we're weighing the calves beforehand and we're able to put them on the catalogue. So if someone comes and buys calves before they go to the ring, they know what weight they are and they're set up, and we're able to tell them exactly how many calves are coming. They book them in during the week, and it's been very, very positive, and we like it is great. It has really took off now. Like, we want to thank everyone that has put an effort in. The first week we had some lighter calves, and lads realised that, say, if they brought 10 calves, half of their calves, the heavier they are, the best they're getting on better. So like, that has been very positive. So like, they're leaving the calves until they're getting into the heavier weights, and then they're getting rewarded when they go into the ring. You know, with an evening sale and with other sales in other areas tying up together, you have exporters coming from there, and you have farmers then, I suppose, part-time farmers that are working locally and that can come here in the evening time. It's not like an hour and a half will sell 200, 250 calves. You're not going to be out all night. You get home, you have your calves, they're fresh, they're not here all evening, which is great. Like, and that's what people want. They want a fresh, healthy calf, the way that they can make use out of them, put weight on them, you know. Prices are increasing. I suppose most people say that at the start with calves, when they start first, that you'll say from going around, you'll have great at the start, but actually this year they're staying steady and they've actually increased. Like, I suppose with exporting, there was a little bit of weather issues and they're over that now, so they're all kind of all ready to go, and so it's great, like, you know. But the biggest thing I see is the farmers buying the calf. Like, you always want your farmer. It's a farmer cooperative market. We started here over 14 years ago, and it's the farmer, it's the buying and the selling of farmers that's what we need here. That's what we need to stay going. And with farmers not buying store cattle and they're buying calves, it gives us an opportunity to give them another way of getting them in the door. I suppose the stronger cattle are under a little bit of pressure. As you can see, beef prices are reducing, but sure, it's something that we have never seen before. We didn't see cattle up to €8 last summer, but they're coming back from that now, so it's hard to digest it. So I suppose, look, it'll probably level across somewhere and maybe pick up as we're going into the summer months, hopefully again. So it's just get over that, I suppose, blip at the minute and get it settled down. And hopefully, look, if it started getting a bit easier to get a few cattle killed, and lads will get with more confidence, they'd feed cattle again, you know. We're starting our dairy trade, so we have Andrew Dundas, which was our previous chairman here. He's retiring. He has 60 super cows, young cows, and he's going selling them in two parts. So part one is next Thursday here at 1 o'clock, which is they're very good British Frisian cows, high yielding cows. So there should be good interest for that. So look, with the calf sale on the evening and that at 1 o'clock during the day, it's all exciting here now and busy, which is great.
This is our third sale here this week. We've 250 calves on offer. Last week we've seen calves make 6, 7, up to €800. Do you know what I mean? Them strong. The weight is a big thing. Calf over 60 kilos, 60, 70 kilos is really, you can see the difference. Like, they are getting up to 600, €700. I suppose men being paid for feeding them. Do you know? Loads of customers. Last 2 weeks, predominantly farmer-based customers, with exporters there as well for the Frisians. Frisian calves, kind of 300 for your shipping Frisian, up to 400, even 420 and 30 for your farmer type Frisian. You know, I suppose 2 years ago they were very bad trade. Last year they started low and rose very high. This year we've started so high. Can they stay rising like they did last year? Sure, who knows? You know, I suppose we didn't, same as the beef. We didn't know this time last year. We didn't know if it was going to get to heights of €8. Do you know? I suppose Ben slaughtering cattle, 2-year-old cattle, and going back, getting where you would have been getting 17, 1800, coming into 2,500 now. Do you know what I mean? Going back to your calf, which your store is such a good trade as well, that they're coming back to your calves and starting at the bottom and going from there, you know. But it's great to see it.